The HOA didn't hate my custom mailbox immediately, at least not loudly. It started the way all HOA nightmares do, with lingering looks and awkward pauses, like my mailbox had personally offended them by existing. And honestly, I should have known trouble was coming the moment the HOA president slowed her SUV to a crawl outside my house. Staring at this solid steel and wood mailbox, I designed myself clean lines, modern finish bolted into concrete like it was meant to survive the apocalypse, because as someone who lives in the gym, who believes in building things strong the first time, I liked that my house reflected the same mindset, while my boyfriend, slimmer and sarcastic, liked to joke that, if society collapsed, our mailbox would still be standing long after civilization fell. And for a while that was the end of it. Jokes, glances, whispers. Until one afternoon Karen herself marched up my driveway clutching her clipboard like it was a weapon, cleared her throat, and announced that my mailbox was not in harmony with the neighborhood aesthetic, which is HOA language for I don't like it and I need you to obey. And when I asked her to show me the specific rule it violated, she blinked like I'd just asked her to solve calculus, then pivoted hard to buzzwords like community image and property values. And that's when I knew this wasn't about rules, it was about control. I stayed polite, because nothing irritates these people more than calm confidence. But the warnings came anyway, first friendly, then passive-aggressive, then outright threatening. Notices taped to my door saying fines were coming if I didn't. T voluntarily replaced the mailbox with something more traditional. And the funniest part was how every conversation ended with her glancing past my broad shoulders at my boyfriend like she assumed he'd talked me down, like I was some out-of-control bulldozer and he was the brakes, which only made me more determined to dig in. Instead of yelling at meetings or ripping the mailbox out in a rage, I did what Karen never expected. I documented everything, filmed the mailbox from every angle, measured it on camera, pulled up the HOA guidelines on screen, showed how it followed every single requirement, and then I filmed myself reading her emails out loud in the calmest voice possible, because nothing exposes nonsense faster than daylight. And I posted the video online, thinking maybe a few people would laugh and move on. But the internet had other plans, because overnight the video exploded. Comments flooding in from people who'd been bullied by HOAs over lawn gnomes, paint shades, trash cans, you name it, and suddenly my mailbox wasn't just a mailbox anymore. It was a mascot for every homeowner who'd ever been told to comply without question. And when the shares hit 6 figures and people started tagging postal officials, local news stations, and even the HOA's own page, that's when the panic emails started coming in. The tone changed instantly, gone were the threats, replaced by we'd like to revisit this matter, and perhaps there was a misunderstanding, and my personal favorite, we were never intending to enforce removal, which was wild considering they'd literally used the word removal in writing. And the cherry on top was when a local news outlet reached out asking to film a segment, because apparently viewers loved the idea of a mailbox causing an HOA meltdown, and when the camera crew showed up, Karen suddenly became unavailable. Emails unanswered, meetings postponed, because bullies thrive in shadows and wither under spotlights. The segment aired, people praised the design, experts confirmed it was fully compliant, and overnight the HOA became the villain of the week. Memes started circulating. My mailbox got fan art, someone even asked for blueprints, and the fines quietly vanished. The violation notices were rescinded, and a week later the HOA sent out a generic email reminding residents to engage respectfully online, which might be the funniest sentence I've ever read considering they started the whole circus. Now the same HOA president, who once threatened to rip my mailbox out of the ground, to even make eye contact when she drives past. And every time my boyfriend checks the mail he laughs and says, "Hard to believe this almost got removed." And I laugh too, because the mailbox never changed, the rules never changed. The only thing that changed was that the world was watching. And it turns out nothing terrifies a power-hungry HOA more than a camera, an internet connection, and a homeowner who refuses to back down quietly.